Welcome to Faithful Hustle, the podcast for people who are chasing God sized dreams while staying rooted in His purpose. I'm Peyton, and I believe that faith and ambition were never meant to compete, they're meant to work together. So each week, we will explore leadership, business, personal growth, or biblical wisdom, along with lessons learned from incredible mentors like Jesse Lee Ward. So grab your favorite drink, open your notebook, and let's grow, lead, and build with purpose. Episode 37, Faith in the Small Things. I'll be honest, I just recorded this entire podcast episode and it was great. And then I realized I never pressed record. So y'all are hearing this for the first time, but this is actually take two for me. So I hope I remember everything because there were some really good nuggets in there. So episode 37 is Faith in the Small Things. It's not the big moments that define you. It is the small ones that you stay faithful with. In my walk with God, it is daily prayer and daily trust. I wake up first thing in the morning and I ask my dog, which pot do you want to use for prayers? Let's thank God for letting us wake up this morning and making such a beautiful day. And that is literally the way we start off our morning. And then at night, the same thing. I tell him I need a snoot in his paw for prayers, and we thank God for the beautiful day that He created and letting us live in it together. So we start every morning and every night with those faithful moments with God. But in my business, it is daily posts and follow-ups and consistency. I have a lot of customers, but they didn't show up overnight. I had to slowly build relationships with each individual person. And I wasn't just like, hey, here's some weight loss supplements. Hey, here's a tube of mascara. Hey, I literally was like looking at their social media and being like, I just saw that your sister got a new puppy. What did she name it? Like, I literally will sit there and create questions out of everything, and I make them personal and individual to them. So I know a lot of us have gotten those social media things where you copy and paste. It's like, hey girl, I have been, we've all gotten the hey girl message. All right. All of us. And that I'm guilty of sending them too. I've sent some hey girl messages, and you know what? If you're like turning your nose up, I just want to ask you, you probably sent some too. Come on. So we've all gotten the hey girl message, but I used to not respond to those. Now I respond completely differently. Like, I really appreciate your hustle. And I used to send those messages as well. But I found something different. If you want me to show you the way, let me know. I can help you. So I've turned it into, I'm not even going to respond and I'm going to block this person, into, I'm trying to help this person because obviously you need it. So that little shift in my attitude and being consistent with that little shift has helped me, one, create relationships with people, and then two, the people that are sending those hey girl messages, I'm creating relationships with them as well, because obviously they're comfortable sending hey girl messages. So wouldn't it be so much cooler to actually like have them create relationships. Like they already have one foot in the door. I could work with them just a teeny, teeny smidge and they would be unstoppable. So, small things build strong foundations. I just got my baby cousin the book Atomic Habits. And he just turned 16 years old. And I know I had to get it for him because I know in my heart, it is never too young to start making those small changes, because those small changes are going to be what compounds over time. Big results are just small consistencies. They just add up over time. Okay. So when I first read the book Atomic Habits, I started making my bed every single day. Every single day. It was non-negotiable for me. And then there was like a month that went by and I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make my bed. And I didn't. And I felt like I was losing a piece of myself. Like that little tiny part of my morning was so much more important than I could have ever realized, because I thought, oh, I'm not going to do this. But those, 45 seconds saved me from not making my bed or whatever, 5 minutes, whatever. It made me slower throughout the day. I know some people are not going to believe this, but it literally made me slower. So I took that 5 minutes back in the morning and didn't spend it making my bed. But throughout the day, I had probably 2 hours of wasted time because I was trying to mentally play, I guess, catch up with like what I needed to do and what I had already done. And then I started making my bed again. And y'all, lo and behold, everything fell back into place. So those small consistencies will compound over time. So what small things are you overlooking right now? It could be something as simple as closing your blinds on your window at nighttime so that, your neighbors can't see in your house. And that's teeny. And where have you been inconsistent? This is probably a sore subject for some people, because I know in network marketing, especially, sometimes people will issue challenges like, message 15 people or, whatever. Well, that's great for you to do it. I admire the gumption and everything that you have to go through with that task. But if you only do it one time, do those people that you message really think you care? If you only message them once? So that's why I say to be consistent, especially in your relationship building. And then I want to ask you, what would happen if you stayed faithful daily? I'm not talking about, no, oh, it's nighttime, let's talk to God once today and say our prayers at night. No, newsflash, God isn't somebody you just talk to once a day at night. I mean, that might be a huge news flash for a lot of y'all. But if you aren't continually talking to him throughout the day, you're kind of low on his totem pole. I mean, and I'm not him, I don't know for sure, but I'm just like, if I were the man upstairs, if somebody were talking to me all the time versus talking to me like very, very little, who do you think I'm going to prioritize? I mean, be real. Do you think I'm going to prioritize the person who is almost like a stranger? Or do you think I'm going to prioritize the person that is my friend? I mean, let's just be logical for a hot second, y'all. Who do you think is going to be more important? Because I'm telling you, if it was my choice, I wouldn't be choosing that, stranger. I'd be choosing the friend. So y'all know how I like to leave y'all with some tactical takeaways. And I wrote pick one small daily habit, but you're really picking two, because I want you to pick one small daily habit in faith and one small daily habit in business. And I want you to stay consistent with them for 7 days without skipping. And write this on a post-it if you have to. Small faithfulness creates big fruit. Declare it. Small faithfulness creates big fruit. So, whether it's, saying a prayer in the morning and building that relationship with God, or maybe doing a prayer walk at lunch, I don't know. Everybody's little walk with the Lord looks different. But I also want you to pick one small daily habit in business as well. And this could be something as easy as going down your friends list. And this is probably going to help you clean up your friends list as well. But go down your friends list and just send those people, like, I haven't talked to you in forever. What's been going on? Talk to me. Tell me what's up. Like, message those people. And then, you know what? Take it a step further. And when you go to message them later, if they haven't replied, unfriend them. They ain't your friend. If they're not talking to you, they ain't your friend. Okay? Okay. So, and if you have a bleeding heart, you can even say, hey, I messaged you like 6 months ago on Facebook Messenger. Are you going to reply? And if they don't comment under that post or reply to your message, then you can unfriend them. But I was in a very protect my peace kind of mindset. So I literally sent messages and then unfriended a lot of people. A whole lot. Like, anyone that didn't reply to a message that I sent, basically I was like, well, they ain't my friend. Bye. So, that is the tactical takeaways that I have for you this week. And remember, small faithfulness creates big fruit. So that's a wrap on today's episode of Faithful Hustle. And if you found value in today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit from it. I would also like to hear your biggest takeaway. So tag me on social media at Patriot Keto Pop and let me know what is speaking to your heart. Keep leading with courage, stay grounded in your faith, and continue building with purpose.